Have you seen this fun festive card from our collection of PowerPoint Christmas cards? It was made using layers and masks, and the great thing is that masks aren't just for Christmas. You can use them in lots of different ways. Now, I know this is supposed to be the season of goodwill and cheer, but it somehow doesn't stop your company insisting that you get these final sales figures published before you clock off for the holidays. Q4 sales are the important thing in this sea of numbers. So how can you focus the audience's attention on what they really need to see? Let me introduce you to the semi-transparent mask. Using masks enables you to move around something complicated without your audience getting distracted by a bunch of white noise. Here's how to do it. Start by creating a rectangle. Go to the Insert tab on the ribbon and find the Shapes gallery towards the left-hand side. Choose a rectangle and then draw it roughly over the area you'd like to cover. Once you've got it, right-click on it and select Format Shape from the bottom of the pop-up menu. Then, on the Format Shape pane on the right-hand side, find the Transparency slider about halfway down and set it to the level you want. 20 to 30% usually works well. Change the fill colour of the rectangle to match the background of your slide, and use the line options to get rid of any outlines. I'm going to duplicate it, the keyboard shortcut for that is Ctrl and D, and then put another one over here. I can then copy and paste this whole slide and adjust the position of the masks. If you then go to the Transition tab on the ribbon and choose the Morph transition on the left, it will allow you to seamlessly move from one masked view to another in slideshow mode. Now what if you want to create something that's a bit more eye-catching, maybe in a product sales deck or a piece of marketing? This company specialises in precision optics from microscopes, and we want to draw out two key features of the lenses on this slide. We're going to play with both layers and focus to achieve this effect, and it looks complex to create, but it's actually pretty straightforward. First, create a second copy of the image, and then use a mixture of standard PowerPoint shapes like the cylinder and the freeform tool to recreate the shape of the central lens. If you select both shapes, then go to the Shape Formats tab on the ribbon. Over on the left you'll see a small Venn diagram called Merge Shapes. Click on that and choose Union from the drop-down menu to make all of this one object. Next, click on the image in the background and click on the shape you've just made and go back into the Merge Shapes drop-down in the Shape Format tab. This time click Intersect, and now you have that lens cut out from the image. Then go to the Picture Format tab on the ribbon and choose Picture Effects on the right and Glow to make it stand out from the background. If you select the full background image, remember there are two of them, then go to the Picture Format tab on the ribbon, you can choose Artistic Effects on the left-hand side. Choose Blur on the right, second from the top, to, well, blur out the image to provide suitable contrast. After that, simply arrange the two text boxes like so, add some animations to bring it to life and transport your audience through an immersive visual experience.